Hello my dear students, welcome back to the class. From today onwards, you have to follow the 12th standard portions. The first chapter is multimedia and desktop publishing. So after listening to this video session, you have to take a notebook, fresh notebook, and you have to write the assignment without fail regularly. So every Saturday you will receive computer application class. So after listening to this class, so while taking the lesson, I will tell you the important 2 marks and 3 marks and 5 mark question. So from that PDF will be sent to you. So using that PDF, you have to take notes and you have to study that and you have to write the test. And after writing the test, you have to send it to me between 7 to 8 p.m. on Saturdays. So the first chapter is about multimedia and desktop publishing. Subtopic 1.1. Introduction to multimedia. So what is multimedia? We will be studying in this particular paragraph. Multimedia allows the user to combine and change data from various sources. So multimedia is a concept which allows the user in the sense the person who is using this application, multimedia application, it allows the user to combine and change data from various sources. The various sources can be like it can be an image, it can be a text or graphics, video, audio and video to a single platform. Combining all this together, combining images, text, graphics, video, audio and video to a single platform can be called as a multimedia concept. So multimedia has become the latest enriching experience, very important as well as very popular experience in the field of information sector, IT sector we shortly call it as. So in IT sector, this concept, multimedia concept has become the latest enriching, developing experience, a growth experience in the field of information sector. The fast growing of multimedia technology, the growth of this particular industry or this particular concept multimedia technology over the last decade in the sense for the past 10 years, it has brought a lot of changes to computing in the sense an act of calculating we call it as, also in the field of entertainment and in the field of education. So it brought many changes in the field of computing, in the field of entertainment, cine industry, and finally in the education industry also. The phenomenal growth of multimedia technologies, the important growth of multimedia technologies and applications has presented the computerized field with great challenges. So even though there is many advantages of using this, there is a challenge of using this concept, multimedia concept technologies and application. It has presented the computerized field with great challenges and opportunities. Multimedia is becoming more popular nowadays, very familiar, very famous nowadays among the user in the terms of its uses and applications. It has many users, that is why it is very popular among the user, among the people nowadays. Multimedia applications plays vital role in terms of presenting information to the user. What is the main advantage? What is the goal of using this multimedia concept? The goal of using this multimedia concept is it plays a vital role, vital in the sense important role in terms of presenting information to the user. So if you want to present something to the user, if you want to present something to the audience, in such cases multimedia is the right concept you can use to present your idea, to present your information to the users. So you can see in this picture, figure 1.1, introduction to multimedia. So these are the devices, many devices you can see. So all are involved in this concept, multimedia concept. And the second subtopic 1.2, multimedia definition. So this is a very important 2 mark question. They can ask you what is multimedia. So you have to write the definition from this line. The word multimedia consists of 2 words. You are splitting into 2 words. Multi is one word and media is the other word, which means that multiple forms of media are combined together. So multi means it is meant to be as a many. So multi and media combined together we call it as multimedia. The meaning of this word is that multiple forms of media are combined together. As I said in the beginning, text, images, graphics, animation, all together, we call it as multimedia, and provide services like storage, communication, presentation, and input-output interaction of text, video, image, graphics, and audio. So all this can be done with the use of this multimedia concept. So now coming to the exact definition, the term multimedia comprises of two words, the same words they put here. The term multimedia comprises of two words, multi and media. Medium, multi refers to many. So multi, the meaning of multi is many, that is at least two. So more than one we can consider as multi. Media is a plural form of medium. So this word media is a word taken from the word medium. It is the plural form of medium. So plural form of medium is only we call it as a media. Therefore, multimedia is an integration of many types of media like text, graphics, images, audio, animation, video, etc. on a single medium in the same information unit. So for writing the definition, what is multimedia? For this 2-mark question, you have to mark from here. So listen carefully, you have to write in your notebook without fail. Multimedia is an integration. Integration in the sense it is a combination of many types of media. Many types of media in the sense text, graphics, images, audio, animation, video. So all to this together we can call it as multimedia on a single medium in the same information unit. So you have to start from here and you have to write up to information unit. So this is the exact definition for multimedia, the 2-mark question. And moving on to the next subtopic 1.3, components of multimedia. So this is a very important 5-mark question. Very frequently they will ask in examination. What are the components of multimedia? Explain. So this is a question they can ask you in 5-mark question. Multimedia has 5 major components. Number 1 is text, and number 2 is images, number 3 is sound, number 4 is video, and finally animation. So these are the 5 major components of multimedia. So I will explain to you one by one. So you can see in this figure 1.2, components of multimedia: text, graphics, animation, video, and audio. All this together we call it as components of multimedia. The first component, text. Text is a basic component of multimedia and is the most common way of communicating information to the other person. So text is a basic component. So while you are writing 5-mark question, first you have to list out all the 5 major components. The first component is text, the second component is image, and third one is animation, fourth one is audio, and finally video. So first you have to specify all this one by one, then you have to explain about text. So for text you have to write 3 lines. First line or first point, text is a basic component. Text is a basic component. And second point is, it is a most common way of communicating information to other person. So these 2 points you have to specify. Even though multimedia includes images, video, audio, and graphics, text is a basic component used in multimedia. So even though it has many other components like images, audio, video, and animation, text is the basic component which is used in multimedia concept. And in this, they are categorizing into 2 types. So text can be categorized into 2 types. The first one is static text. You can see in the right hand side, static text which will remain static as a heading or in a line. So static means without any changes. So heading or in a line or in a paragraph. So the text what is there or what is remaining as a static, unchangeable, which remains as a heading, which remains as a first line in the paragraph, can be considered as a static text. The words are given along with images to explain about the images. In static text, the words will either give information or support an image or an video. What is the purpose of using this component text? In static text, the words will either give information, it will provide information, or it will support an image. That particular text will be supporting an image, or that particular text will support an video. So, that is the ultimate idea of using this concept or using this first component, which is called as text. The first category is static text. So, static means you have to keep in mind that it is used as a heading, the first line in the paragraph. It is used as a supporter for the video, or it is used as a supporter for the image, the other components. And the second classification is hypertext. So, in text, first we have discussed about text. Text is a basic component of a multimedia. So, it has two classifications. Number one is static text and number two is hypertext. The hypertext is a system which consists of nodes. So, we will discuss about this node concept in upcoming chapters after 10th and 11th chapter. Node in the sense, you imagine a network, this number of system which is interconnected together. In that particular network system, every computer we can call it as a node. So, a hypertext is a system which consists of nodes. The text and the links between the nodes, the text you send or the text you type or the links you send, links you send or links you type between the nodes, which defines the path the user need to follow for the text access. So, which can be considered as a hypertext. The author of the working system created this structure. The user is permitted to define their own paths in more sophisticated hypertext system. The user is provided with flexibility and choice to navigate in hypertext. So, many points are given. So, in this you have to underline, you have to study only these 3 points. First 3 points, hypertext is a system which consists of nodes, number 1, and number 2 is the text and the links between the nodes which defines a path the user need to follow. So, these are the 3 lines you have to write in this classification, hypertext. So, the first component, the basic component, which is called as a text component, in that it has 2 classification, one is static, the other one is hypertext. And moving on to the second component, 1.3.2 image, the second component in multimedia. Images acts as a vital component in multimedia. Vital in the sense, already I told you, important component in multimedia. These images are generated by the computer in 2 ways. So, in 2 ways you can able to generate an image. One is bitmap, the other one is raster images, or we can call it as a vector images. So, this is the other name for raster images. So, listen carefully. The second component is image component. The image component acts as a vital component. Text is a basic component, image is a vital component, important component in multimedia. These images are generated by the computer in 2 ways. You can able to generate an image in 2 ways. One is bitmap or raster images and the second one is vector images. So, let me explain to you what is raster or bitmap images. The common and comprehensive form of storing images. So, the common format is this bitmap images. For storing your images in a computer is raster or bitmap image. So, these 3 lines you have to mark in bitmap. What is bitmap now? Bitmap is a simple matrix of the tiny dots, small dots, and we can, as per the computer terminology, we can call it as a pixel that forms an image. You have to clearly understand, bitmap is a simple matrix of the tiny dots or tiny dots, small dots, which is called as pixel that forms a raster or bitmap images. This small dots, it is making up or it is forming a image which is called as raster or bitmap images. So, in this classification First line, the common and comprehensive form of storing images in a computer is raster or bitmap images. The second point is bitmap is a simple matrix of the tiny dots called pixel that forms a raster or bitmap image. Each pixel consists of two or more colors. So every pixel has a color. It has two colors or sometimes it has more colors. Based on how much data in bits is used to determine the number of colors. So number of color will be determined as per the bits. The color depth is determined. Example, 1 bit is 2 colors. So 1 bit in the sense it represents 2 colors. 4 bits means it represents 16 colors. 8 bits in the sense it indicates 256 colors and so on. So this is what the calculation goes. So the second component, image, it is a vital component in multimedia. It has two classification. One is raster or bitmap images. The second one is vector images. Now let me explain to you about vector images. Drawing element or object such as lines, straight line, or slanted lines, rectangles, circles and so on. To create an images are based on vector images. So all these categories, if you want to draw an element or if you want to draw an object such as lines or rectangle, circles, for this kind of usage you have to use this specification vector images. The advantage of vector images, relatively small amount of data is required. So while you are comparing to the previous one, raster or bitmap images, this kind of classification vector image is relatively needs a small amount of data to represent the image, and thereby only less memory is needed to store. So since less amount of data is required, the memory is also less to store your data. So that is a difference between raster or bitmap images and vector images. Compression techniques are used to reduce the file size of images. So in this classification, a technique called compression is used to reduce the file size. So compression in the sense reducing the file size of images, that is useful for storing large number of images and speeding up the spaces, memory spaces. So as you can see in the right hand side, speeding up the transmission of networked application. Various compression formats used for this purpose are GIF, graphic interchange format, the expanded form is. The second one is TIFF, which is TAGRA interchange file format. And the last one is JPEG, Joint Photographic Experts Group. So these are the compression formats used for this purpose. If you want to reduce the file size by using this 3 format, you can able to reduce your file size. And the next component is third component, animation. The exact definition for animation is, this is a 3-mark question. Explain. So let me continue again. Animation. So this is a 3-mark question. What is an animation? Explain the classification of animation. Animation is the process of displaying still images so quickly so that they give the impression of continuous movement. So listen carefully. Animation is a process of displaying still images. We are taking picture in a mobile phone, so which is called as a still images. So animation is a process of displaying all these still images so quickly so that they give the impression of continuous movement, like a slideshow. So you cannot exactly compare to that slideshow, but similar to that, for the understanding purpose I am saying, animation is a process of displaying still images so quickly so that they give the impression of continuous movement. So this is the exact definition for animation, first 3 lines. In animation, the screen object is a vector image. So as we discussed in the previous subtopic, this is made up of, in animation, the screen object is a vector images where you can able to compress the file size. Using numerical transformation, the movement of that image along its path is calculated for the defining coordinates x axis and y axis. The least frame rate of at least 16 frames. So this is a 1 mark question, you have to underline this. The least frame rate of at least 16 frames per second gives the impression of smoothness and for natural looking. So this is and 1 mark question, many times they have asked. The least frame rate of at least dash frames per second gives the impression of smoothness and for natural looking. So it should be at least 25 frames per second. So 25 frames per second for the natural looking as well as for smoothness. Animation may be in 2 or 3 dimensional. So this is also you have to underline. So animations can be classified into 2 dimensional or 3 dimensional. A 2 dimensional animation brings an image alive. So which will be look attractive, that occur on the flat x and y axis. The other classification, 3 dimensional animation, it occurs along the 3 axes x, y and z. So animation tools are very powerful and effective. This is an important line. Animation tools are very powerful component as well as effective component. The 2 basic types of animations are path animation and frame animation. So to write answer for 3 mark question, what is an animation? Briefly explain. First you have to specify the 3 lines of definition. Animation is a process of displaying still images so quickly so that they give the impression of continuous movement, and then the least frame rate of at least 16 frames per second gives the impression of smoothness, and for natural looking it should be at least 25 frames per second. And after that you have to specify this point, animation may be in 2 or 3 dimensional. And after writing all those points, in 2 dimensional the image is alive that occur on the flat x and y axis. On the other hand, in the 3 dimensional animation it occurs along the 3 axes x, y and z. And finally, animation tools are very powerful and effective. So after writing this, some more points are there you have to specify. The 2 basic types of animations are, one is path animation, the second one is frame animation. Now path animation involves moving an object. So you can see in the figure 1.7. Path animation means it involves moving an object from one place to the other place on a screen that has a constant background. For example, a cartoon character may move across the screen regardless of any change in the background or the character. So the background will be unchanged. There will be no changes in the background, but this particular cartoon will move across the screen. So this kind of animation is called as a path animation. The second category, frame animation. In frame animation, multiple objects are allowed to travel simultaneously. Simultaneously in the sense at the same time, multiple objects, not only one object, like balls, more number of balls can able to move around or move on the screen or travel on the screen simultaneously, and the background or the objects also changes. In this kind of animation, frame animation, when the object moves, the background also changes. So that is the difference between frame animation and path animation. And the fourth component is sound, 1.3.4. So we are discussing about the components of multimedia. The first component is text, the second component is image, the third component is animation. Now I will explain to you about the fourth component, which is sound. Sound is a meaningful speech in any language and is the most serious element in multimedia. So without a sound, you cannot able to enjoy an animation, you cannot able to enjoy a video. So sound is very necessary component. The sound is very meaningful speech in any language and is the most serious element in multimedia concept. So providing the pleasure of music, special effects and so on. So without a background score, without music, you cannot able to enjoy a movie. So that is why they are mentioning here sound as a meaningful speech in any language, because it is the most serious element in multimedia. Decibel is a measurement of volume, the pressure level of sound. So, to measure the sound, the measurement what they use is decibel is a measurement. So, decibel is a measurement of volume, the pressure level of the sound. So, this is a fourth component, and in this they have given some categories, some formats comes under the sound formats. First one is musical instrument digital identifier, shortly we call it as MIDI. So, M stands for musical, I stands for instrument, and D stands for digital, and I stands for identifier. So, MIDI stands for musical instrument digital identifier. So, it is a standard communication tool which was developed for computers and electronic instruments. So, this is considered as a tool which is flexible and easy for composing the projects in multimedia. So, if you want to compose a music with the use of computer and other electronic instruments, you can use this format or you can use this tool to compose the projects in multimedia. Tools for synthesizing the sound, making or changing effects, all those can be called as a synthesizing the sound, and software for sequencing are necessary for MIDI. So, this is one of the format or one of the tool which comes under the category of sound format. The next one is digital audio. Sampled sound is digitized sound. A sample of sound is taken and stored every nth fraction of a second as digital information in bits as well as in bytes. So, as of now we have discussed about 4 components. So, initially I explained to you about what is multimedia, 2 mark question, and we discussed about the components of multimedia. So, totally 5 major components. So, as of now I have explained to you about 4 components. First one is text, the second one is image, third one is animation, fourth one is sound. So, after listening to this video session, write one 2 mark question, what is multimedia? I told you the definition, what you have to write. The secondly, you have to write the 3 mark question, what is an animation? Explain them briefly. So, I have stressed out all the points what you have to write, and after writing this 3 mark question, you have to write 5 mark question all together, the components of multimedia. First, you have to list out all the formats, and then one by one you have to explain text, image, animation, sound, and finally the 5th component video will be explained to you in the next session. So, without fail you have to listen to the video session regularly. After listening to this, you have to write the assignment, take a snap and send it to me between 7 to 8 p.m. Thank you.